So look at this first problem. It says in circle Z, they're telling me that RS is 18 and TY is 42. So RTY is 42, sorry. And then find the measure of each one of these. So the very first thing I'm looking for is, do I have anything that is going to be congruent? And if you notice that the distance from the center of the circle to each one of those chords is exactly the same. I know it's exactly the same because they have the same congruent mark. And so because they are the same distance, that's telling me that chord TU is going to be congruent to chord RS. And furthermore, because I have this right angle here, that's telling me that this radius is bisecting each one of these chords exactly in half. And because it's being bisected, and I know the fact that they're congruent, I know that all four of these pieces are congruent. And we can take it even a step further. Because I know that the chord is being bisected, not only is the chord being bisected, but the arc is also being bisected. So whatever this is going to be the same as this, and is also going to be the same as this. So now let's go through and add all the information that they give us. So they're telling me RS is 18. So if this entire thing is 18 and I split it in half, that means each section is 9, 9, which means over here is also 9 and 9. And they're telling me that the arc TY is 42, which means all these other pieces are also 42 and 42. And now we can go through and answer all the questions that they have, right? So it says TV is 9, sorry. TU is double that. WS is also 9. Arc YU is 42. Arc RS is double that, so 84. And that's the same way I approach this the next problem, and really every problem. The first thing I look for, do they have anything that are congruent? They do. Because the distance from the center of the circle to each one of those chords is exactly the same, that's telling me that the two chords are going to be congruent. And also, since I have a right angle there, it's splitting up the chords into two equal parts. And since I already know that the chords are congruent, the chords, each part of the chord is going to be congruent. And we can take it further now. Because of that right angle at the chord, it not only splits up the chord, but it also splits up the arc. And so whatever that is, they're all going to be the same. And so now they're telling me that arc CI, so this arc here is 7x minus 15, and then arc EF, so this, we got to be a little bit careful. This entire thing here is equal to 12x minus 8. Now, I already know that each part is congruent, so there's two ways we're going to set them equal to each other, right? We're trying to solve for x here first, and so we can do one of two things. We can say half of that segment equals to that, right? Or we can multiply the other one by 2. It doesn't matter. Now, because this one has a 12 and an 8, it's pretty simple to take half of each one. But if it was like some decimal or something that's not easily divisible by 2, like an odd number, then it might be easier to multiply this one by 2 instead. So let's do that. So 2 times 7x minus 15 is going to equal one section of the big arc. And so from here, it's simply a matter of solving for x. So we're going to distribute. So 14x minus 30 equals 12x minus 8. Move the 12 to the other side, move the 30 to the opposite side. So 12 goes to the left by subtracting, and we're left with 2x. 30 goes to the right by adding, so we get 22, and we end up with x being 11. Once we know that x is 11, we can go back in and substitute and find what we need. They're asking us to find the actual measurement of arc CI. Well, we know CI in terms of x. the measurement of arc CI is equal to 7 times x, which we just found to be 11, and then we subtract 15. And so 7 times 11 is 77. When we subtract 15 from that, we get the measurement of arc CI, which is going to be 62 degrees.